Imagine that if you were sent 3,000 light years away from our world to another planet, and from there you observed Earth with the help of an extremely powerful telescope. Do you know what you would see? Astonishingly, you would see Earth as it was 3,000 years ago, a time when ancient civilizations thrived. This means that such a powerful telescope would act as a time machine for you. Of course, you wouldn't physically travel 3,000 years into the past, but you would still be able to see it. Now, step out of your imagination and take a look at this machine, because this is the telescope that has the capability to observe exoplanets and distant galaxies billions of light years away from our world. And after 30 years of effort, it has finally been built. Welcome once again to Discover TV. NASA scientists have been working on this telescope for the past 3 to 4 years, and today it is known as the James Webb Space Telescope. This project, which cost $10 billion or 750 billion rupees, is the result of the hard work and dedication of thousands of engineers. It is the most powerful and complex telescope ever built, capable of observing cosmic events that took place billions of years ago. That's why many scientists refer to it as a time machine. NASA now possesses a tool that will soon unveil the hidden secrets of Earth and the universe. But the real question is, how can this telescope observe events that happened billions of years ago? How does it work, and what exactly can we see through it? To answer these questions, we first need to understand how we perceive things. When we enter a dark room, even though our eyes are open, we cannot see anything. However, the moment the light is switched on, everything becomes visible. This means that the objects were always there, but without light, we couldn't see them. When the light reflects off objects and reaches our eyes, only then do we perceive them. In other words, light is crucial for vision. Light travels at a speed of 300,000 kilometers per second. Inside a small room, it spreads instantly, but in the vastness of the universe, it takes time to travel from one place to another. The distance between the Moon and Earth is approximately 384,000 kilometers. When sunlight reflects off the Moon and reaches us, we see the Moon. However, this light takes 1.25 seconds to travel from the Moon to Earth. This means that the Moon we see is actually 1.25 seconds in the past. Now, let's consider Saturn. It is about 1.6 billion kilometers away from Earth. Since light travels at 300,000 kilometers per second, it takes 5,333 seconds or about 1.5 hours for Saturn's light to reach us. This means that when we look at Saturn, we are actually seeing an image that is 1.5 hours old. Even if Saturn were to suddenly break into two pieces, we wouldn't see it happen immediately. We would see it as it was 1.5 hours ago. In other words, when we observe Saturn, we are actually looking into its past. Scientists and astronomers do not measure space distances in kilometers, but in light years. The distance that light travels in 1 hour is called 1 light hour, and the distance it covers in a year is called 1 light year. Since it takes 1.5 hours for light to travel from Saturn to Earth, we can also say that Saturn is 1.5 light hours away from Earth. Now, let's go beyond our solar system. The universe is vast, so vast that the Milky Way galaxy itself, which contains our solar system, spans 125,000 light years across. This means that light would take 125,000 years to travel from one end of the Milky Way to the other. But here's the astonishing part. There are countless other galaxies in the universe, and they are so far away that their light is too faint for our eyes to detect. Since human eyes cannot see such distant objects, telescopes are used. Inside a telescope, concave mirrors are used to capture even the faintest light and focus it onto a single point, amplifying it. The more light a telescope can gather, the more distant objects it can observe. The Hubble Space Telescope, launched in 1990, can observe galaxies 10 billion light years away. It captured an image known as the Hubble Deep Field, revealing some of the earliest galaxies that formed when our own world didn't even exist. The light from these galaxies has been traveling for 10 billion years to reach us today. In comparison, Earth itself is only 4.5 billion years old. This raises an important question. If the Hubble telescope can already observe deep space, why was the James Webb Space Telescope needed? Hubble's mirror is 2.4 meters wide, whereas the James Webb's mirror is 6.5 meters wide, allowing it to collect 1 million times more light than the human eye. Engineers claim that if the James Webb Telescope were placed on the moon, it could detect even the faint light of a small candle on Earth. Another key feature of the James Webb Space Telescope is that it can detect infrared light. According to science, when galaxies and stars move away from us, their light shifts into the infrared spectrum, which neither the Hubble telescope nor human eyes can detect. However, James Webb can see these galaxies, revealing cosmic objects that were previously invisible to us. To function correctly, the telescope must remain extremely cold in space. Since it is designed to capture infrared light, any warmth from the sun could interfere with its observations. To protect it, its mirrors are positioned away from the sun, and it is equipped with a 6-layer sun shield that expands to the size of a tennis court after deployment. To function correctly, the telescope must remain extremely cold in space. Since it is designed to capture infrared light, any warmth from the sun could interfere with its observations. To protect it, its mirrors are positioned away from the sun, and it is equipped with a 6-layer sun shield that expands to the size of a tennis court after deployment. The telescope's construction was so complex that if even one minor error occurred while unfolding in space, billions of dollars and decades of effort would be lost in an instant. On December 25, 2021, the James Webb Space Telescope was launched into space. It will be positioned 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth at a point called L2 Lagrange Point 2. According to NASA's estimates, it will reach its final destination by January 25, 2022. If everything goes according to plan, James Webb will begin its mission upon reaching L2, unlocking the deepest mysteries of the universe. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Discover TV. Thank you for your love and support. Don't forget to like and share. See you in the next exciting video.